그리고 천천히 저쪽 돌려서 집 나오는 게. 그렇지. 돌려서. 그렇지. 이렇게. 너무 많이 돌리지 마. 약간만 돌리면 돼. 그렇지. 오케이. 오케이. Pass by, pass by. 좀 더 빨리.
Just a little brief history of the city of Wetzlar. The city was not founded, and no one came here and said, this is a wonderful spot, let's build it. Attempts were made to help the city of Wetzlar get back on its feet financially, but nothing seemed to prosper. Not until the year 1689, and since it was an imperial supreme court, it could only be located in an imperial city. Wetzlar requested that the imperial court come to Wetzlar. It was decided at the Supreme Court. Okay. He arrives in Wetzlar on the 10th of May, 1700. These apartments, great aunts lived here. But what I'd like to show you here is this staircase. Okay. So this is 18th.
This decade is me.
Yeah, yes, and you. Okay. So 18th century, it's very so Charlotte's 18, they're just 20. Normally we have this as a really large painting, but it has been lent out to Bonn. There's a certain an exhibition there, so now we just happen to have the clock very closely. You'll see that the pistols are there in the clock, next to the clock. Okay. They're showing the tragic ending of the story. And pretending to be weather-wise, although I myself had a feeling that our party might be interrupted. I had gotten out, and a maid who came to the gate requested us to wait a moment. Mademoiselle Lutchen would be with, dressed in a simple white, walked to the gate to see the strangers and to look at the carriage in which their Charlotte was to drive away. Forgive me for causing you the trouble of coming for me and for keeping the ladies waiting. So here are all the sheets made out of paper, and we got payments, and we became doctors, waiting to give that human wish. And that way, each child would
방으로 들어가.
And then you see here these two. And not everything is an original piece that belonged to Charlotte's family. But as we go, those things that are original and actually belong to Charlotte's family, I will show you. Okay? So everything else is been purchased, but it's all 18th century. State room and the salon, but I wanted to say just a little bit about the little room that I had you look in first. Now, if you notice that there is a connecting door from this little room here to the state room. Charlotte and her sister probably moved into this room. Okay. Now, in the sorrows of the young, I have to imagine that we're reading the story that this is where the door that she went through after he kissed her. Okay? So, now, if we're looking here, and I did say that if we come up with something that's original piece of furniture from her family, I will show you. So back there, the little desk, the secretary, this belonged to her family, and the little clary cord is an original, okay? Everything else has been purchased, and as we look around, this house looks like they're fairly well off, her parents, okay? But even back then, you were able to buy second-hand furniture. So people who had castles and things like that, when they do that without actually being really, really rich, okay? All right. So, here also, once again, yeah, we have to be careful. In between the doors, there's always, it goes up, yeah. That's because these houses are all very drafty, okay? So in order to not have the wind come through the bottom of the door, it's higher, okay? That's why you have to kind of always watch. And the children were not allowed in either one of these rooms, okay? These were just really too 28, 29, end of her 20s. And we see that she has gray hair. This was the style then. We're downstairs in the other room, we will see some picture of Charlotte as an older woman, okay? When we go down, here comes this long, narrow portion of the bathroom. But the bathroom is no longer there, but it's always quite interesting. So, the ex-bathroom.
Good.
We take some books and let us feel the process through here. And it
Like how? Is it really you can do your house and just a whole?
it's not furnished as a children's bedroom anymore because all we would see would be beds, okay? But here we see Charlotte's desk, and this is originally her desk. Okay, so here we can imagine her writing little notes to Goethe and etc. Okay, maybe I'll just do that right here. I need to get that out of it. We have to imagine Chris Oakes here. He's 35, okay? And if I tell you that Charlotte went to the ball with Goethe, the question is always where was Chris Oakes?
Yeah.
So he had a job where he constantly had to do overtime. Okay? So he was always at work. And this is why she took the ride to the ball with Goethe. Okay? So Goethe, he's only 23 years old. Okay? His father said this is not somebody we want to marry. Okay? Yeah. Okay. I always say, you know, he's like a Paris Hilton of this. Okay, so he's well known. Okay, and she would have never married him because she just knew that this isn't somebody that you marry and he's going to be a good old father and stay home every day and
A faithful, loving husband.
이제 지갑 잡는 거.
Okay, we'll go, after you looked around, we'll go downstairs.
잃어버리고 자, 잠깐, 그렇지.
There's a long walk from the countryside, and there's a fountain a little ways down from here. And on his walks, he stops at the fountain. And one of the times that he stopped there, when he was with Charlotte and her sisters and brothers, one of the little girls gave him something to drink. And he kissed her on the cheek. And that set her off into a panic. Okay? Because
Not having a lot of luck with kissing the girls, is he?
no, he doesn't. But
Who kissed who?
Goethe kissed, Werther actually kissed the little sister of Charlotte at this fountain. And of course, they, when they were raising children back then, they would say, don't let any men touch you, and if they kiss you, that you could be pregnant, and all this other kind of stuff.
Wow.
And so that just set her off.
So she's having a peace seizures.
Yeah.
This is Korean version.
It's gonna be part of the movie. Okay. 사진 찍어야지.
Profession, or it's in love.
It's true. I just met a butcher.
I'm still here, right?
I met a
This is a
woman
good one for a beer.
butcher down in the center over there, and she came from
That's
Denmark.
good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm staying.
It's so fine.
That's it.
Yeah, but generally, that's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here, originally published The Sorrows of this Young Veteran, 1772. He didn't put his name, it was anonymous. Okay? But of course, it didn't take very long for people to know that this was Goethe, who was the author. So the next edition, he also has his name on it. At some time, it was forbidden because of the suicide at the end. But that didn't stop him from anything. He changed one sentence and published again. So here we have original Sorrows of the Young Werther here in this.
So these are kind of first editions.
First editions are close to, yeah.
There seems to be some merchandise as well.
Yes, and of course they did do merchandising with characters of novels that were famous at that time. So here we see a saucer and a cup. Originally they thought that this was Charlotte and Goethe, but it turns out that it's a French novel. But they did make porcelain with, yeah. And this is mice and porcelain, so Charlotte and Goethe. And some of her brothers and stuff. So.
Are they original?
They are original, yes.
오케이. 또 한 번 잃어버리고 다시 한번 지갑.
The story became famous. Lots of things happened. We had a who's who in Werther. Somebody wrote down everybody's name and who they thought these people were in real life. Okay, they wrote operas. They wrote poems about Werther, and people thought about what happened, how the story could have changed, or what the different ending could be. So we have things like, what do we have here? After Werther. Okay. Then we have the joys of Werther in a better world.
It's like a
sequel.
Yeah,
like a sequel, like a Marvel.
Okay, yes. And then we have Werther in hell.
Better you know.
So we see, we also have the joys of Werther, and somebody just rewrote that, and then at the end he gets to marry Charlotte. He doesn't die, you know. So we see that, so it's quite, people are really involved in this novel, okay?
Where's the one that's Werther in
And she goes through the door to the little room. Can we see the door there?
Wait.
Okay, right here on this picture.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, whose kids? Oh, the okay. Go to kids. Oh.
So is everybody else outside, or are they still upstairs? Charlotte. There we see Charlotte as an older woman, okay? Gray hair of Charlotte.
Oh, become like old.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's dated what, 1805 is it? So
Yeah,
how old would she
yeah.
have been at that point?
Yeah, she's around 65, 70.
Right, so she's
Yeah.
good old age,
Good old age,
especially
yeah.
for that period.
Yes. And here we see some porcelain that belongs to Charlotte, because she did marry Christian Kessner, and they moved to Hanover, and Hanover is very close with...
Oh, it's called the ball gown or dress?
Yeah, well, a dress, ball gown, whatever. And since she does become famous during her lifetime, okay, once this book is published, everybody knows it's Charlotte. Her dress is published in magazines, little fashion magazines, whatever they had in the 18th century.
Just like today.
Just like today, nothing's changed, okay? So, but then you could also buy a pattern and some. So, yeah, it's just,
Interesting. So there's one.
slowly. 저쪽 손으로 이제 저쪽 반대 손으로. 그게 잘 보이죠. 오케이. 오케이. 그리고 한참 보고 있어. 좀 더 들어. 오케이. 몸 낮추고. 오케이, 컷.